Hello and welcome to another Java exploration video. I'm Sergeant Pepper and today we'll be talking about ArrayLists. Now, some of you may be wondering, what exactly is an ArrayList? Well, an ArrayList is a data structure that holds a list of values. It implements the list interface, and it's similar to a regular array in that it's divided into cells that hold the same types and is referenced by index. But unlike a regular array, an ArrayList is a generic type and does not have a fixed size. ArrayLists are generic types. They hold objects, and therefore you must use wrapper classes when instantiating them to hold primitive types. For example, integer for ints and double for doubles. In terms of their size, ArrayLists can grow and shrink at your command, and the indexes can change as well. For example, this ArrayList of ints currently has 5 cells. I can remove an index and decrease the overall size, or do the opposite and add an index and increase the overall size. When creating an ArrayList, you must first import the ArrayList class like you would for the scanner class, and here's the syntax: import java.util.ArrayList, semicolon. And since ArrayLists are objects, the instantiation is just like any other object. You start out with ArrayList, and with angle brackets you insert the object type. It could be integer, double, string, followed by a closing angle bracket, the name of your ArrayList, an assignment operator, new, ArrayList, angle bracket, object type, closing angle bracket, parentheses, semicolon. Simple, right? There are 6 methods you need to know for ArrayLists, and they are size, get, set, remove, and add. There are 2 versions of add, a Boolean version and a void version, but never mind that for now. For the purposes of these examples, I will refer to this ArrayList and call it array. Let's start with the first method, size. Size is an integer method that returns the number of cells in the ArrayList. So array.size would return 6. Get is an object method that returns the object at the index you pass it. So array.get sub 4 returns inigo, and array.get sub 0 returns hello. Set is also an object method that replaces the object at index with object and returns the replaced object. So array.set, when you pass it the index 1 and the string your, will replace my with your and return my. Remove is the third object method that does 3 things. First, it removes the object at index. Second, it shifts all elements at index plus 1 and greater to the left. And 3, it readjusts the overall ArrayList size. Continuing on, array.remove, when you pass it 0, removes hello, decrements the indices to the right of it by 1, and readjusts the overall size. Now, my is at index 0, and array.size returns 5. Now for the first add method. The first add method is a Boolean method and appends object to the end of the ArrayList. It always returns true and increases the overall size of the array by 1. Calling array.add and passing a junior appends junior to the end of the ArrayList and returns true. Now the array has a size of 7. The second add method is a void method and inserts object at index. If the insertion is not at the end of the list, all elements at index and beyond move 1 index to the right and the overall size increases by 1. By calling array.add and passing it an index of 1 and the string sir is added to index 1 and all elements at that position and greater move 1 index to the right. So array.get1 now returns sir and array.size returns 7. Now for a quick summary. ArrayLists can grow and shrink. They're handy to use since you don't have to know the number of elements you need in advance. The last position in an array list is at this index, the size of the array minus 1. And please, please, please remember, use parentheses to access array lists. Never use brackets like you would on a normal array. Let's practice, shall we? Pause the video after I ask each question so you have time to answer. Use the array shown below for the following questions. Here's the first question. Write the line of code to print the number 41 from the list. And here's the correct answer for that question. Here's the next question. Write the Java code to print the sum of 1 and negative 10 from that list. And here's the correct answer for that one. Okay, 3 more questions to go. Write the line of code to remove negative 33 from the list. Now, here's the answer. Now, what does inst.size return after that method call? The answer is 4. Now for the last question. Write the code that will replace every element in the array with the number 0. Hopefully you used a for loop for this. And that's the video. Once again, my name is Sergeant Pepper, and thanks for watching.